When you think of Washington, D.C., you usually picture politics, monuments, and museums. But what if I told you there's a whole other side to the nation's capital that most people miss? Many dismiss D.C. as just a government town, but beyond the tourist traps lies a city packed with diverse, historic neighborhoods full of character and places to explore. In this video, I'll take you through 5 incredible neighborhoods that not only locals love, but even the so-called DC haters can't help but fall. Skip these and you're missing out on the real DC. And the fifth one, absolutely insane. Let's start with one close to my heart, Georgetown. DC's oldest neighborhood and a place that feels like stepping into another era while still enjoying some of the city's best shopping and dining. Georgetown has a story that goes way back. Founded in 1751 as a port city in Maryland before the federal district was even established. That's right, Georgetown is actually older than Washington, D.C. itself. It was originally a major tobacco port, and not just any port. George Washington himself considered it the greatest tobacco market in Maryland, if not the entire union. Just imagine, the future first president recognized this place as an economic powerhouse before America was even a country. What's fascinating about Georgetown is how it's constantly reinvented itself throughout history. After the tobacco trade moved to larger ports like Alexandria and Baltimore, Georgetown adapted and became a transfer hub for grain and flour. Then, when the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal was built in the 1830s, it connected Georgetown to views from the interior of the United States. Later, as rail and highways replaced water transit, Georgetown's waterfront transformed into an industrial area in the early 20th century. And now, it's evolved into one of DC's most upscale districts, with a perfect blend of historic charm and modern energy. This pattern of transformation is actually a perfect metaphor for DC itself, a city that's constantly evolving while preserving its rich history. But let's talk about the present day and what makes Georgetown such a fantastic place. The Georgetown Waterfront Park is absolutely gorgeous. 10-acre recreational space right along the Potomac River that includes a labyrinth for quiet contemplation and a seasonal fountain that's perfect for cooling off during DC's notoriously humid summers. If you're feeling active, the waterfront is a playground for outdoor lovers. You can rent kayaks, paddleboards, or even boats from places like Keybridge Boathouse and Thompson Boat Center. I've done this myself, and there's nothing quite like a city from the water. You get a completely different perspective of DC's monument. And this leads to one of Georgetown's best kept secrets, the historic C&O Canal. This 19th century begins right in Georgetown and stretches all the way to Cumberland, Maryland. Today, it's a paradise for cyclists, joggers, and anyone who wants a peaceful escape from the city life. When it comes to food and shopping, Georgetown truly shines. The dining scene ranges from waterfront restaurants like Farmers, Fishers, and Bakers, where you can enjoy American comfort food with sustainable practices, to Blues Alley, America's oldest continuously operated jazz supper club. And here's where it gets interesting. Georgetown might be known for Georgetown Cupcake, thanks to that TLC show, but locals will tell you to check out Bacon Wire. Some people say they actually have better cupcakes. They're bigger and more creative, and there's usually a shorter line. Of course, this will all come down to your personal preference. Shopping along M Street in Wisconsin Avenue includes everything from mainstream retailers to unique local beauty. Places like Butler offer classic American-style clothing, while Lost City Books is a multi-level used and rare bookstore perfect for an afternoon of browsing. And if you're into interior design, you have to check out Patty's House, Georgetown Design District featuring home furnishing, showrooms, and a historic industrial setting. But before we get to the incredible homes in Georgetown, let me tell you about the cultural attractions that make this neighborhood special. Tudor Place is a national historic landmark, a state with stunning federal-style architecture and gardens that give you a glimpse into 19th century. And the Old Stone House is the oldest standing building in Georgetown, built in 1765, before America was even a country. And when you walk through its doors, you're literally stepping into a pre-Revolutionary War history. Now, let's talk about Georgetown's breathtaking architecture and real estate. This neighborhood is a paradise for architecture buffs, with well-preserved colonial and federal styles throughout the area. Walking these streets is like taking a journey through the American architecture. Georgian-style homes from the late 18th century feature distinct elements like paneled front doors surrounded by pillars, rows of small square windows that transform, and the roof lines with dental moldings. After the American Revolution, the federal style emerged as a refined yet simplified version of the Georgian architecture, reflecting the ideals of the young republic. These homes often feature fan lights over doors, hidden windows, and decorative swags. And if you want to see some of the most quintessential examples, check out the row of townhomes on P Street between 30th and 31st Streets, dating back to the early 19th century. Tudor Place at 1644 31st Street Northwest is another notable federal period home with a floor plan that reflects the distinctive public-private divide of the era. The old stone house on M Street represents vernacular colonial architecture, while Smith Row on N Street showcases a handsome row of federal-style townhomes built in 1850. But Georgetown isn't just stuck in the past. The neighborhood also features architectural diversity with examples of Greek Revival, Italianate, Queen Anne, and Romanesque designs. The mix of styles creates a rich visual tapestry that makes Georgetown one of the DC's most distinctive and photogenic neighborhoods. As you might expect, all this history and charm comes with significant price tags. Georgetown consistently ranks amongst DC's most expensive neighborhoods, with a median listing price of about $2.1 million and a median price of approximately $1.5 to $1.6 million. The price per square foot is equally impressive, with median listing prices at $933 and sold prices at $911 per square foot. For those looking for rent in the historic district, the average monthly rent runs about $2,300, with options ranging from $1,000 to well over $3,000 depending on size and location. The condo market shows remarkable diversity, with listings ranging from a modest unit under $1 million to ultra luxury. They're exceeding $15 million. The market here is notoriously competitive. Properties move quickly and bidding more is common. But for those who can afford it, owning a piece of Georgetown means having a tangible connection to American history while enjoying one of DC's most prestigious addresses. And while Georgetown showcases DC's historic roots with its colonial and federal architecture, our next neighborhood reveals a little bit more cosmopolitan side, with equally impressive, though different housing. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this content, do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week of the best places to live, the latest real estate trends, what's happening in the area, and more. So subscribe now so you'll never miss out. Alright, I might be a little bit biased, but I absolutely love this next neighborhood. I'm talking about DuPont, one of DC's most vibrant and culturally rich areas. With its international flair and a history as an inclusive community, it's a place that truly stands out in the city. Originally envisioned as a grand circling Pierre Charles Bourbon plan for Washington D.C., this area was initially known as the Pacific Circle. But in 1882, it was renamed to honor Rear Admiral Samuel Francis DuPont for his distinguished service during Civil War. What began as a sparsely populated area has evolved into one of DC's most elegant and vibrant neighborhoods. And DuPont Circle has serious historical significance beyond its beautiful buildings. During the 1960s, the neighborhood witnessed various social movements advocating for civil rights, the women's equality, and an end to the Vietnam War. It's a place where history is made. Starting in the 1970s, DuPont Circle established itself as a major neighborhood, fostering a welcoming and inclusive environment that continues to this day. The history of acceptance and diversity is woven into the neighborhood's identity and contributes to its unique character. The centerpiece of the neighborhood is the Admiral Samuel Francis DuPont Memorial Fountain. And this isn't just any fountain. It was created by Henry Bacon and Daniel Chesterfield. The same architecture created the Lincoln Memorial. The white marble structure features 3 allegorical blue figures carved by the Piccirilli brothers, symbolizing the sea, stars, and the wind. Today, the fountain and its surrounding plazas are a beloved social hub, drawing artists, musicians, and visitors who come to relax, people watch, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere. It's simply a great vibe all around. But DuPont Circle truly shines as a cultural hub. The Phillips Collections, America's first museum of modern art, provides an intimate setting to encounter incredible works. The Old Museum in a mansion delivers a unique interactive experience within a historic mansion filled with eclectic artifacts and secret doors. Yes, actual secret doors. You can spend hours exploring this place and still not find all the hidden passages. Meanwhile, the National Geographic Museum, located on the southern edge of the neighborhood, features changing exhibitions and interactive displays that transport you around the world. But now let me tell you about one of DuPont Circle's most fascinating hidden gems, DuPont Underground. This former streetcar station has been repurposed into an innovative art installation space. Constructed in 1949, the Underground station operated for only a little over a decade before closing in 1962 when the city converted to buses. After years of disuse and unsuccessful commercial ventures, The space was transformed into a unique venue for contemporary art, hosting everything from immersive installations to avant-garde performances. This ingenious conversion of forgotten infrastructure into a vibrant cultural outlet shows DC's creative spirit. And the dining scene in DuPont Circle is equally impressive. Springer Books and Afterwards is a popular independent bookstore with hashtag that serves as both a literary and social hub. It opens late and is perfect for browsing books after dinner. Sette Osteria offers a fusion of comfort and traditional Italian vibes with a lively atmosphere. And for a quiet escape, the Spanish Steps provides a set of elegant stairs inspired by Roman architecture. Alright, let's talk about real estate now. Here you'll find Victorian row homes showcasing Queen Anne and Richardsonian Romanesque designs, as well as grand turn-of-the-century mansions built in Beaux Arts and Chateauesque Renaissance and Georgian Revival styles. That's a mouthful. The Queen Anne architecture, prevalent in many Victorian row homes, often feature round towers, broad decorative gables, and elaborate chimneys. These homes bring a sense of whimsy and ornate detail to the neighborhood street. For an extraordinary example of Richardsonian Romanesque residential architecture, look no further than the Christiansburg House Museum, also known as the Brewmaster's Castle. Adding to the area's cosmopolitan feel is the presence of numerous embassies, housing elegant buildings that represent their country's architectural traditions. These diplomatic residences contribute to DuPont Circle's international character and reflect its long-standing global connection. Now, in terms of pricing, DuPont Circle represents an interesting real estate market. The median listing home price currently sits around $483,000, which may seem surprisingly accessible for such a prestigious area. But here's where it gets interesting. The median sold price is actually higher at about $590,500 to $675,000, indicating strong competition amongst buyers who often pay above asking. The price per square foot ranges from $667 per listing to $691 for sold property, reflecting the premium buyers place on this location. Rental prices in DuPont Circle average around $2,500 per month, options ranging from $1,100 all the way up to $16,000 for luxury properties. Condo listings show remarkable diversity, ranging from affordable units to multi-million-dollar luxury residences, with some listings reaching $5 million and beyond. This price range reflects the neighborhood's mix of historic buildings converted to condos, alongside newer luxury developments. The combination of DuPont Circle's central location, cultural amenities, and architectural significance makes it a highly desirable address for professionals, diplomats, and anyone seeking an urban lifestyle with European flair. And the real estate prices reflect this enduring appeal. But let's move on. After DuPont's grand mansions and international flair, we're heading east to Capitol Hill, where historic row homes define one of DC's most unique and charming residential communities. When people hear Capitol Hill, they think of Congress, but locals know it as one of DC's oldest and most charming residential communities. With tree-lined streets, historic row houses, and vibrant local markets. Capitol Hill is one of Washington, D.C.'s oldest residential neighborhoods, with origins dating back before much of the federal city was developed. It began as a small cluster of boarding houses established to accommodate members of Congress and a working-class community that grew around the Washington Navy Yard. Here's an interesting historical tidbit. In Pierre Charles Lecomp's 1791 plan for the castle, Jenkins Hill, now known as Capitol Hill, was chosen as the prominent site for the Congress, which would later become the U.S. Capitol, and it was Thomas Jefferson, then Secretary of State, who named it Capitol Hill, drawing inspiration from the Capitoline Hill in Rome. This connection to ancient Rome reflects the early American Republic's fascination with classical democracy and architecture. The neighborhood experienced significant growth in the late 19th century as residential development expanded to house the increasing number of middle-class government workers. And this is important to understand. The Capitol Hill neighborhood encompasses a large area extending east of the U.S. Capitol grounds. The community, its residents, and local institutions are distinct from the monumental core that tourists typically visit. Beyond its association with the U.S. Congress, Capitol Hill offers a wealth of attractions that appeal to diverse interests. The Library of Congress, the largest library in the world, stands as a cultural and architectural marvel, housing an extensive collection of books, maps, recordings, and manuscripts. Even if you're not a researcher, the building itself is worth visiting for its stunning architecture and art. Eastern Market is the beating heart of the Capitol Hill community. Established in 1873, this historic public market serves as a lively hub where vendors sell fresh produce, handmade crafts, and antiques. On the weekends, the market expands outdoors with additional farmers and artisans, creating a festive atmosphere that brings together locals and visitors alike. This survived fires and economic changes to remain a gathering place for the community. For those seeking a tranquil escape, the U.S. Botanic Gardens offers a beautiful living plant museum with diverse flora from around the world. It's a peaceful oasis right next to the Capitol, and literary enthusiasts will appreciate the Folger Shakespeare Library, home to the largest collection of Shakespeare works in the world. Capitol Hill is also home to numerous parks with the Capitol Hill Park system. Lincoln Park, the largest of these spaces, features statues, decorations, Abraham Lincoln, and Mary McLeod Bethune, along with playgrounds and other spaces for recreation. Stanton Park offers 4 acres of green space with walking paths, playgrounds, and the statue of Revolutionary War General Nathaniel Greene. These parks provide valuable recreational area for residents and contribute to the neighborhood's family-friendly character. The dining scene on Capitol Hill is diverse and exciting. Rose's Luxury gained national attention when it was named America's Best New Restaurant by Bon Appetit magazine. Known for its innovative American cuisine and whimsical dishes, Ambar Capitol Hill offers a unique dining without limits experience. Featuring Balkan cuisine, it's the perfect place to try dishes you might not be familiar with. These restaurants, along with many others, make Capitol Hill a destination for food lovers from across the D.C. area. The Capitol Hill blends a stable middle-class vibe with a strong sense of community. The neighborhood is known for its charming 19th and early 20th century growth, featuring unique details like turrets, stained glass, and intricate ironwork. Pennsylvania Avenue, the main commercial strip, offers a lively mix of shops, restaurants, and bars, balancing residential tranquility with urban convenience. And the current real estate market on Capitol Hill reflects both its historical significance and its enduring appeal. Current data shows a median listing home price around $780,000, but the median sold price tends to be higher at approximately $860,000 to over $1 million, indicating a strong buyer demand. The price per square foot ranges from $584 for the listings to $650 for sold properties. And for those interested in renting, Capitol Hill commands some of the highest rents in the district, with an average of about $3,000. The condo market offers a somewhat more accessible entry point, with median listing prices around $460,000. Row homes dominate the housing sector, many dating back to the late 19th century. These homes typically feature 2 to 3 stories, with many preserving original details like hardwood floors, decorative moldings, and fireplaces. And while smaller row homes might start around $800,000, larger restored homes on prime streets can easily sell for well over $2 million. The combination of historic charm, proximity to the capital, and strong community feels continues to make this one of DC's most desirable neighborhoods. And now, Capitol Hill's historic row homes reflect DC's architectural heritage, but for those seeking cultural diversity in both people and buildings, our next neighborhood delivers that. I'm talking about Adams Morgan, which is also one of my favorites. It bursts with color, flavor, and energy, a neighborhood that gets its name from the merger of 2 formerly segregated schools and has since become DC's most diverse and vibrant district. Located just outside the original city plan of Washington, D.C., Adams Morgan's development took off in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, spurred by the expansion of the streetcar lines along Columbia Road and 18th Street Northwest. But the neighborhood's unique name has a meaningful origin story. It came from the 1950s merger of 2 formerly segregated elementary schools, the all-white John Quincy Adams and the all-black Thomas B. Morgan. This symbolic act of integration reflects the neighborhood's enduring values of diversity and inclusion. By the early 20th century, Adams Morgan has grown into a populous middle to upper-class area. Following World War II, it transformed into a more progressive and diverse community, attracting Hispanic and African American residents, as well as artists and actors. Since the 1970s, the neighborhood has experienced ongoing renaissance, solidifying its reputation as a dynamic entertainment and dining destination. And this is where it gets interesting. Adams Morgan isn't just a diverse demographic, it's truly a cultural melting pot. This multicultural is apparent in everything from restaurants to street arts to community events. It's a neighborhood where global influences converge to create something uniquely American something uniquely DC. Adams Morgan has a rich cultural scene, which you'll recognize in the vast array of international dining options. You can travel the world through food without ever leaving this neighborhood. From Ethiopian to Brazilian to Afghan to Salvadorian restaurants, all within a few blocks of each other. This multiculturalism is celebrated annually at the Adams Morgan's Day Festival, a vibrant street fair featuring live music, food, and crafts that's been running since 1978. Walking through the neighborhood, you'll see colorful murals and public art installations that reflect this community spirit and artistic energy. These visual expressions add to the neighborhood's distinctive character and create an atmosphere that's both welcoming and stimulating. As the sun sets, Adams Morgan truly comes alive with this energetic nightlife centered along the bustling 18th Street corridor. The street is lined with a diverse mix of bars, clubs, and live music venues, including the renowned Adams Morgan's Blues Bar, which is an iconic mural. This 5-level establishment has been an Adams Morgan institution for decades, offering live blues, soul, jazz, and reggae music nearly every night of the week. For whiskey enthusiasts, Jack Rose Dining Saloon boasts an impressive collection of over 2,000 bottles, making it a destination for spirit connoisseurs from around the world. And a quintessential late-night experience in Adams Morgan involves indulging in a jumbo slice of pizza. These slices are so large they require 2 paper plates. It's become a beloved neighborhood tradition, especially popular with the late-night crowd. Beyond this lively entertainment, Adams Morgan offers unique shopping experiences at independent boutiques and shops. Vintage clothing stores like Neeps and Mercedes-Benz Vintage provide carefully curated selections for fashion-forward shoppers. Beloved bookstores such as Lost City Books offers literary treasures in a welcoming environment. These quirky and eclectic retail options provide a refreshing alternative to more conventional shopping districts. And despite its vibrant and often bustling atmosphere, Adams Morgan also fosters a strong sense of community. The Adams Morgan's Farmer Market offers a place to connect with local vendors and enjoy fresh produce. Various community events and initiatives throughout the year further strengthen the neighborhood's close-knit feel. Residents and visitors can also enjoy green spaces like Meridian Hill Park, also known as Malcolm X Park, with its cascading fountain and Sunday drum circle, and Walker Pierce Park, providing opportunities for relaxation and recreation. These parks serve as important gathering places and offer a peaceful contrast to the neighborhood's energetic urban character. Now, what's fascinating about Adams Morgan's real estate is how it's evolved from predominantly middle-upper-class housing to more diverse residential options as the neighborhood itself became more multicultural. Since the 1970s, ongoing gentrification and renaissance has transformed the real estate landscape, with renovated row homes and converted apartment buildings commanding increasingly high prices. In today's market, Adams Morgan shows a median listing home price of approximately $639,900, with median sold prices ranging from $579,000 to $745,000, depending on property type and condition. The price per square foot averages around $659 for listings, and between $650 and $696 for sold properties, with condos typically at the lower end and single families at the higher end. For renters, Adams Morgan offers a range of monthly brands, about $2,500 for options ranging from $1,200 for more modest apartments to $12,000 for luxury property. Condo market is particularly active, with median sold prices around $515,000 last month and listings ranging from approximately $400,000 to over $1 million. The residential architecture in Adams Morgan reflects the neighborhood's transition through different eras. You'll find elegant row homes alongside more modest apartment buildings, creating an eclectic streetscape that mirrors the diverse community itself. Many of the row houses have been lovingly restored, preserving their historic character while updating the interiors for more modern living. In recent years, several boutique condominium developments have added to the housing options in Adams Morgan, often incorporating elements of the neighborhood's vibrant aesthetic. These newer buildings typically offer amenities like rooftop decks with stunning city views, fitness centers, and concierge services. The real estate market in Adams Morgan has become increasingly competitive, with properties often receiving multiple offers. And while prices haven't quite reached the levels of Georgetown, the neighborhood's unique character and convenient location makes it a highly desirable address for those seeking an urban lifestyle with cultural flair. And after soaking in Adams Morgan's vibrant energy, our final neighborhood offers a quieter yet equally authentic DC experience. Trust me, I'm absolutely in love with this one, and you'll see why in just a moment. Our final neighborhood feels like a hidden gem. Mount Pleasant offers the village in a city vibe with tree-lined streets, rich multicultural influences, and a deep connection to nature. Honestly, it's like something straight out of a dream. Mount Pleasant is one of Washington, D.C.'s early streetcar suburbs, with development beginning as a post-Civil War subdivision. But it truly blossomed in the early 1900s with the advent of the D.C. streetcar system. The extension of the streetcar line spurred rapid growth, leading to the construction of numerous row homes and apartment buildings, many of which still stand today. Following a period of decline after the 1968 Washington, D.C. riots, Mount Pleasant has experienced significant urban redevelopment and gentrification since the 2000s. In recognition of its architectural and historical significance, it was designated as a historic district in 1987, which has helped preserve the substantial portion of its early 20th century architecture. And what makes Mount Pleasant special is how it lives up to description as a village and city. The neighborhood exudes a welcoming, small-town feel with its own main street, historic architecture, and tree-lined residential streets. The pedestrian-friendly layout encourages walking and exploration, fostering a strong sense of community and neighborly interaction. This intimate atmosphere provides a refreshing contrast to the more bustling and anonymous feel of some of other DC neighborhoods. Nature plays a significant role in Mount Pleasant's appeal, with its western border nestled along Rockford Park, a vast urban oasis offering miles of trails for hiking and biking. This proximity to nature allows residents to easily escape the urban environment and enjoy outdoor recreation without leaving the city. Lamont Park, located at the heart of the neighborhood, serves as a central gathering space, hosting popular events such as outdoor movie nights and a vibrant farmers market. Smaller parks, like Amigos Park, provides additional green space for residents to enjoy, and Mount Pleasant's proximity to the zoo offers easy access to a world-renowned collection of animals, a fantastic resource for families and animal lovers. The culinary scene in Mount Pleasant reflects its rich multicultural heritage, with a particularly strong Latin American influence. Visitors can savor Ethiopian cuisine at Raven Grill, indulge in Filipino dishes at Purple Patch, or enjoy Salvadorian and Mexican flavors at restaurants like Corrados and Feeds. For those seeking contemporary American cuisine, L offers an innovative menu with a focus on local ingredients. The Mount Pleasant Farmers Market provides an opportunity to sample local produce and artisanal goods directly from the regional farmers and producers. Mount Pleasant is also home to a collection of unique local treasures that contribute to the distinctive character. Bold Fort Books stands out as DC's only culinary bookshop, while Past Tense offers a curated selection of vintage clothing and accessories. Lost Origins Gallery serves as a community-focused arts and cultural space, showcasing local and international arts, and Sun Cinema provides an intimate setting to catch independent and classic films that you won't find at the mainstream theaters. These specialized establishments have the neighbor's charm and create a sense of discovery for visitors. The real estate landscape in Mount Pleasant directly reflects its development history as a streetcar suburb in the early 1900s. The rapid growth following the extension of the streetcar line led to the construction of numerous row homes and apartment buildings that defined the neighborhood's architectural character. Now, what's remarkable about Pleasant is how it has retained such a substantial portion of the early 20th century architecture. The historic district designation in 1987 has played a crucial role in preserving this architectural heritage, ensuring that neighborhood maintains its distinctive visual identity. Since the 2000s, Mount Pleasant has experienced significant urban redevelopment and gentrification, which has influenced its real estate market. Current data shows a median listing home price of approximately $664,500, with median sold prices ranging from $779,000 to an impressive $1.25 million. Current data shows a median listing home price of approximately $664,500, with median sold prices ranging from $779,500 to an impressive $1.259 million for larger or extensively renovated properties. The rental market in Mount Pleasant offers somewhat more accessible options than some neighboring areas, with average rents ranging from $1,800 to $2,300, depending on unit size and amenities. The common market shows recent sales averaging around $634,000, making it a mid-range option in the DC market. And the housing stock in Mount Pleasant primarily consists of row homes and apartment buildings from the streetcar era, many of which have become carefully renovated to preserve their historic character while incorporating modern amenities. The architectural styles represent the transitional period between Victorian and early 20th century designs, with many homes featuring front porches, bay windows, and decorative brickwork. What makes Mount Pleasant's real estate particularly attractive is the combination of historic charm, community atmosphere, and proximity to both urban amenities and natural spaces. And while prices has risen significantly over the recent years, the neighborhood still offers a relatively more affordable alternative to Georgetown or DuPont Circle, while providing a distinctive character and strong sense of place. From Georgetown's historic charm to Mount Pleasant's village-like atmosphere, each offers a unique living experience. While Georgetown exudes upscale elegance, DuPont Circle pulses with cosmopolitan energy, Capitol Hill fosters a strong community, Adams Morgan thrives on vibrant diversity, and Mount Pleasant blends nature with multicultural influence. Together, they showcase the authentic side of DC, where real life happens beyond the monuments and museums. But of course, it all comes down to what fits your personal style. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in DC, my team and I would love to assist you with your real estate journey. Feel free to reach out at ryan@coalitionpg.com or find my details in the description below. We've helped hundreds of families navigate the market, and we'd be excited to help you too. And before you leave, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the ones linked on the screen next. See you in the next video.